Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Bye. People up at this time, or should I just not do it at this time? Hot. It's so hot. Just waiting for people to come through. You should come live. Lion of Judah, you should come live one of these days with me. Is my sound clear? Just want to make sure. Okay. You should start off today's live. Drop some gems. Hello, Kay. I'm stuck between following the course of event, continue with Fascicule 4, or jump into Fascicule 15. I really wanted to do 14, but it's very mathematical, and it has a a lot of diagrams of the infinite positive universe and the infinite negative universe and the focal point, the absolute focal point of the Almighty, and how basically energy is transferred through the channels. Like this, let me open up this a bit bigger. Uh-oh, cancel. How do I open this? Okay. You can see the entrance channel into the atomic whole are 6. The almighty energy focal point. So this is the focal point that messages or energy or essences are beamed out of. And it has 6 channels that it attains information from. I don't know. It doesn't say who the 6 channels are. They said they're still figuring it out. But the 6 channels come through the almighty focal point. And that energy is transferred to infinite positive, infinite negative. And then all these stars represent, I believe, light years. And then this number is not even a number that exists in our language just yet, but it's a bit mathematical, so another time. Now, how do I make this smaller? Okay. I can't, no. Sorry, technical difficulties. I can't move it. Damn it. Almost there. There we go. Okay, let me not block that. This is the knowledge book. You can Google the Mevlana Essence Nucleus Group if somebody can write it for you. Or I don't know, I can't really see. But the Mevlana Essence Nucleus Group. I'm trying to figure out how do I change the background so that the comment section is not blocked. How do I change the background? That's not it. Let's see. Wait, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see more. Anyway. Let's see. I think it's like that. And I go to green screen. Let me change the background. Okay, that's better. Okay. Like I said, I'm stuck between following the course of event and going to Fascicule number 4 or jump into 15, and then another day on my live I'll go back to 4. Anyone has an idea of what I should do, family? Anybody? Anybody? Should we follow the course of events and go to Fascicule 4 and continue? There's just some pretty heavy stuff in Fascicule 15. It is about, it's about more of the sciences like cells and engraftment and the fetus and the golden age, the essence gene. Maybe we just do Fascicule 15 because that's what I came to do. So I'll just do that. Okay, are we ready to start? We have 8 people, so let's keep it nice and close and lovely. If you guys want to share the live, you can as well. All right. 1986, 3rd month, Fascicule 15. Special notice of the center. Our friends, in the future, we will prepare very different unknown mediums for you. Happiness are within happinesses. However, each distress is a threshold of the ladder of happiness. Unless you pass over that threshold, you cannot achieve liberation. Each distress, each issue, each event, each circumstances that is presented to you, no matter if that circumstances is literally 5 years to deal with, that threshold, you have to cross it to get to the happiness. It is an event that is just meant to test you, right? So that you can be liberated afterwards. Like we spoke before, love, learn, light, right? Depressions never affect the devoted servants of Allah in any way. That's because they understand that everything is designed and orchestrated by the Most High, the Absolute. Therefore, who are we to complain? We understand that everything is a test, and we approach every test with absolute happiness, and we ask our higher self and divinity to give us wisdom that is needed to transcend that obstacle, right? So depressions never affect the devoted servants of Allah in any way. And this is where we're aiming to achieve that kind of consciousness, that kind of divinity, to understand why things are happening the way they're happening and what the lessons are that we're supposed to take from it, and to not let it affect our emotions and our aura and our energy, right? Because then we drop in frequency once we're bothered by the event, and we don't want to do that. The lights filling the essence heart of a person who does not assume superiority never decreases. The prideful, the boastful, the arrogant, the ego, those people, that means that their light decreases, right? But the ones who does not have those negative attributes, their essence, their lights never decrease, right? Allah will give good news to all his servants. The eyes that see will see them, and those that do not will fall under the effect of negative currents. The eyes that see, right? Attaining God consciousness, opening up your third eye, attaining your higher self, understanding your immortal essence, right? You will see all the other beings, all your celestial families that are here, that are up there, that are everywhere. You will see all the energies that exist in our dimension and all the other dimensions. And those that do not will fall under the effect of negative currents, because they will be in shock. They cannot comprehend what this energy is, and it will baffle them, and it will confuse them, and it will shut them down. If it doesn't blow their brain codes, your universal satellite, if it doesn't blow with them to go into something of a mental institution. Sorry, somebody tried to come on live. I don't know why people just do that. It will make them fall into depressions, right? You will personally witness the occurrence that will manifest in the different fashions in each person. Certain adverse effects of star currents may affect your constitutions. So the currents that are coming in, a lot of us are being uplifted by it, whilst others are being depressed by it, because they have not attained that certain consciousness to understand the day and time that we're in, and they're not expecting what is happening to them. Whereas a lot of us are aware, even though we have not attained our full God consciousness, we are aware of the day and time that we're in. We are aware that there's going to be natural disasters. We are aware that we're going to be having dreams. We are aware that our bodies will feel very heavy some days and very light some days. We are aware that certain events that happens is just meant to test us, and we're consciously analyzing every event. Therefore, we're able to adjust our inner energy and our inner frequency and stay grounded, right? The alloys within your planet attract the waves from electromagnetic fields to your earth, and they influence both the natural order and your cell structures. We're literally changing, okay? We're changing at the cellular level. You're a satellite, so if you have to be able to receive, right? Your antennas have to be able to receive all these influences that are coming in. And if you think of yourself as an energy field, which you are, you're not hard matter. You're not a hard matter, right? Your light codes, your frequencies, your energies, your vibrations, and you're held together by a bond, right? For the regeneration of cells, certain procedures considered necessary for a core will be applied gradually to the humans by powers unknown to you. Your constitution will proceed towards the good and the beautiful day by day. You will personally feel this. You will personally feel and see this. Your health will be enhanced each day. What's happening with our health? How many people do you see teaching about grounding? Like going back to the natural way of when we were all pure and connected and we were all conducting our electromagnetic activities that we're supposed to, right? How many of us are hearing that we can heal ourselves with our mind? How many of us are hearing the shadow work, going inside you, releasing all the negative trauma so that you can liberate yourself and receive frequencies? So yeah, that's happening. Certain effects that the electromagnetic waves will have on the human will cause certain perceptions. These perceptions will regenerate your self phenomenon. By this means, your constitutions will be purified from universal negative factors. Do not forget that the messages given until today were not given in vain. And this is like the enlightening books, the religious books, religions of the Far East, and Quran and the Old New Testament and Psalms of David. Leaps are the destiny of your world. We have directly connected with you for this reason. Those who have been selected have been selected. Those who have been developed have been developed. And by this means, steps that will be taken towards the future have been assured. When the time comes, very powerful gates will be opened to you. In the present state of your world, since all the living beings send negative currents to the atmosphere, and since these currents cannot pass through the magnetic area, and they return to your earth after they strike this field, your depressions increase both naturally by the influence of these negative currents. I'm going to take you back a bit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right? If we are expecting the kingdom of our Creator, which means if we are expecting to live heaven on earth, we need to set our vibrations to that frequency. Otherwise, we cannot accept that. We cannot accept that energy that's coming through, right? And if we are thinking negative, and it's not entirely our fault that we're thinking negative. We're thinking negative and feeling negative because events that are happening are negative. And a lot of people are not living their soul purpose. And if you're not living your soul purpose, you have dis-ease, right? You are not at ease with yourself because you're kind of split between knowing yourself and doing what your soul purpose is, which you probably have zero memory of, and being caught up in the matrix, right? So being caught up in the matrix is causing all that negative currents and all the negative perceptions and thoughts that we're having. But these thoughts cannot leave our atmosphere. It gets stricken down by the magnetic field and it gets sent back to us, and then our depressions keep increasing because it keeps doing a ping pong thing with the shield that's up there. And so this is why we all need to, you've been hearing this, increase your vibration, increase your frequency, positive thinking, no matter the event. You have to station yourself outside of the event and observe the event and analyze it and solve it from an omnipotent point of view, right? We are trying to disperse this negativity with all our power. All the events are reflected on all humans in conformity with the mechanism of universe. For this reason, we get in connection directly with you and explain the truths. Humankind carries certain negative thought vibrations with it, even as it tries to enter the purification medium. That is why it is not possible to get in contact with everyone directly. Due to this fact, connections are being administered and supervised by the center for the time being, and the codes of numerous frequencies are being cut off for a certain period. Do not forget that salvation is sincerity and negativity is cruelty. Our love is upon the entire universe. So salvation is sincerity, being truthful, being honest, being kind, right? And negativity is being cruel, setting a machine to cause an earthquake, purposely causing train derailment, poisoning the sky, purposely creating a liquid that will annihilate the individual from within through injection, right? If you give priority to yourself and to the affairs of the world, you will always remain behind. Selfishness. It is an answer to chains of thought. Our friends, sorry, my throat is scratchy, like the air, there's something in the air. So I still had to get here, but I hope everybody's well. Our friends, if the beginning of a thing is not known, then its end cannot be reached. So if you don't know how something started, yeah. For this reason, we have been talking to you about the same themes for many years. Now it is time for everyone to attain a certain common thought. That is why we are transmitting to you all the truths in clarity through this knowledge book. Common thought, we all have to be on the same frequency to be thinking the same, right? Telepathy, we all have to attain that, our telepathic abilities, right? That way we feel and we know and we are conscious of all the thoughts, and all thoughts are one thought, and it exists in all of us because we are a whole within the whole. We are one. Okay. Now the time of individualism has passed. Now it is time to serve the single hand in hand. The ambitions of becoming the leader have ended. Those who attain the essence of truth and who serve for the path of truth will see good results. In this period of sincerity, individual contacts are made one by the assistance of technological means under the supervision of a different system. Technology, again, Robert always talks about that. Your brains have been washed, and this is also to make you understand that your brain is a technology, is like the largest computer on the entire planet. Your brains have been washed for centuries by celestial commands. However, these divine waters have washed some of you, and some are still muddy. To expect perfection from every work done is to see humans on the same spiritual level, which is impossible. For we cannot ignore natural contradictions when even in the universe there are contradictions. That is why technology has taken everyone under special supervision. This procedure is for the salvation of both you and your planet. The technology that you're talking about is the central system that is assessing all our thought frequencies and analyzing our evolvement. And when we get out, when we are beamed up, the conscious scale that measures our frequency, right? In the universal unification, a great tolerance prevails for the time being. Mistakes made unconsciously, unbelief are rendered ineffective for now. So they're being patient with us. Later, these are given again and again, 3 chances. However, in case there are those that cannot use these chances either, they become fully ineffective. Certain conditions introduced to you in the past by religious rules have been abolished in this period to introduce some mildness. However, this does not mean that you should feel extremely free to do just about anything. By this system, a temperate period has been taken into effect. However, it is beneficial for you to remember By the system, a temperate period has been taken into effect. However, it is beneficial for you to remember some properties of the system, our friends. Selections made find an application field in the framework of the commands of the divine mechanism. This means that everything is systematic. Our selections are systematic. Our evaluations and examinations are systematic and computerized. The examinations of our friends who have gained cosmic awareness, who have discovered their inner selves, are more intense so that they can undertake a mission. So only the awakened that have gained their inner selves can be on a mission. We allot missions in accordance with their capacities to friends who do not swerve from the path they have chosen. You can't be going back and forth. If you want to be in the religious medium, there's nothing wrong with that. There's genuine human found in the religious medium. You just don't worship your God out of fear. You worship your God out of love. And that same love that you are showing your creator, you must show to your brothers and sisters. And not just blood. Your terrestrial brothers and sisters. Otherwise, you're not truly loving God if you're not worshiping or if you're not loving everything that has God in it, right? Some friends are performing their missions with instinctive intuitions, though they do not even know the meaning of missions. These friends of ours are irresponsible people. Even though they are good-willed, we recommend them not to consider what they do as missions. So you actually have to get your mission. For the work they perform is very natural. There's nothing extraordinary in it. They should not overemphasize any event. Genuine missions are given only to those who will be able to undertake responsibility. It is a mission to declare our gratitude to all the friends who serve on this path. Gains are tantamount to the endeavors made. This is a direct message from Altona. Altona is the realm of Amun, the golden age, the golden galaxy. Direct message from the ship Aragon. Our friends. Like, this is so phenomenal, just understanding that, like, there's no spookism and mysticism. It's just all like, it's all computer, it's all technology. The universe is all technology. It's measurements, it's numbers, you know? Because in the religious medium, it didn't really offer tangibility. It offered spirituality, but in the form of like a vapor or mysticism, but not like something so tangible that you can comprehend, right? We all think of, oh, we're going to heaven, but we never understood it as dimensions that are even heaven. The heavenly dimension that they speak of is actually not that far from here. But then beyond that is like beyond, like 72 dimensions and infinite, where infinite meets infinite. And there's even a realm. I don't know if I should call it a realm. I don't know the actual name of it, but it's in the book. It doesn't give a name of it, but it's a place that has no light, but yet it has no darkness. It has no darkness, yet it has no light. All the beings there see everything. There's no sound, but all the beings can hear. There's no sight, but all the beings can see. There is no form. All the beings have no form. All the elements there have no form, yet they can feel and know everything. And when Mrs. Korak, the writer Mevlana, asked the being that channeled her, like, what's your name? He couldn't even give a name because there's just so much oneness that nobody's outside of anybody else. I was like, whoa, that's something. I don't want to say scary but that's wow. So, direct message from the ship Aragon. Okay. Our friends, until the evolution of consciousness and the time consciousness of a human meet the same direction. Okay. Until the evolution of consciousness and the time consciousness of a human meet on the same direction, that person is doomed to live with veiled awareness as a necessity of the plan. So, evolution of consciousness, attaining your third eye and your higher self and universal knowledge, and time consciousness, that's, if you attain time consciousness, that means that you master time, immortality, right? You exist outside of this realm that has time. So until those two meet at the same direction, that person is doomed to live with a veiled awareness as a necessity of the plan. Until today, numerous truths have been kept concealed from you so that the masses will be able to attain a certain level of consciousness. Now we have opened the skies and given your planet all the knowledge due to both natural and the mechanical changes that are occurring in the entire cosmos. Everything is interrelated. So anything that is happening here, the same event may not be happening in other dimensions or other galaxies, but the influence is equal. Like everybody's conscious of it, everybody's aware of it, everybody's adjusting just for our evolution. Our reflection on you in this way causes mass awakenings, right? This knowledge book that is dictated is not a product of imagination, not a fictional science. For certain thoughts we receive from your thought chains from time to time, we are compelled to perform certain demonstrations, both on the level of the masses and on individual levels, so that their faith can be strengthened and they can attain the truth. We advise them not to be frightened. This is what we are waiting for. Like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the sky to turn blue and purple and pink and colors that I can never even imagine in this dimension. I'm still waiting for like a physical hi. Wow, okay, nice to meet you. I'm still waiting for that. I get that, when I'm meditating or when I sleep, and I get like right now the windows are cracking. That always happens. You just hear click, click, clack everywhere. For certain human friends of ours believe what we say, unfortunately, not through words, but through their eyes. Sometimes we have attempted to make these demonstrations, although we do not want to do so. Our goal is not to prove ourselves. You will attain everything in time you will attain everything in time that will be gone through. You will see and know the event, and you will be awakened through intuition, and you will believe. All the procedures carried out are to make you gain your higher selves. It is not easy at all to reach this state. We get in touch from time to time only with friends who have reached this state or who directly perform missions. Goodness, I thought he found a place. You guys, we have to really help Robert. Okay. Even if you try, you still cannot see us. We regulate ourselves to the frequencies of whomever we wish to show ourselves. You hear that? Even if you try, you cannot see them. They change their frequency to fit the frequency of the individual that they want to manifest themselves to. If they fear us, we never disturb them. By entering their frequencies, we perform no individual actions. We act according to the commands we receive. This is one of our Constitution pledges. It is a universal command. However, in the framework of certain compulsions, there will be certain differences in our contact from now on. It is presented for your knowledge. The responsible one for the Universal Council, Captain of the ship Aragon, Talamun. So Talamun is the responsible one for the Universal Council, Captain of the ship Aragon. So remember that name if you can, Talamun. Notice for all the missionaries who will be appointed to the sacred mission. Our friends, special operations carried out in all the road groups are being taken under supervision. Let me say this again. If anyone don't have the book, if it's money issues, that's fine. We can wait. But everybody has to get their own book. The universal ordinance is in effect, functioning with all its power. Since we expect the same power from all the road groups as well, different kinds of work will also be initiated in private performances of work. All the indifferences apart from valid excuses will be left out of the quote. Time is not the usual time. There is no permission to waste time. There is urgency. For this reason, commands will be given more directly from now on. Please do not let these words of ours make you uneasy. Our friends, we also act in the framework with the commands we receive. We are sure you'll understand us. Our love is upon all the entire universes. Center. Notice from the center to the center. Our friends, the message is dictated as the reflection of all the thoughts in the essence source of your focal point. In conformity with the unified ordinance, we are proceeding towards a whole in the entire universe. The source of all the thoughts within the essence source is the cause of existence. Incarnations that have completed their evolutions will prove this to you. For this reason, on your planet, there are many holiness and light brains at the moment who have been embodied through gene transfers. They are the light of the golden age and have been transferred to your planet to guide you. These friends of ours are the possessors of advanced consciousness who lived in the past and now live among you. Now you know that our prophets are here, right? A lot of the sages and prophets are here. Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet Isa, Jesus, Moses. A lot of them are here in different bodies through gene transfer. but they're not propagating religion because that period is over. They're only here in kind of a disguise, but still performing a different kind of mission. They are not people to present offerings to and to wish upon. This is why they're hiding. Well, this is why they've taken different bodies. The goal is to be enlightened by their lives and by their knowledge. In this final period, the projection of an advanced technology on you has prepared your planet for a different medium, such as which we had declared to you centuries ago in your sacred books as resurrection. And now we are conveying everything to you clearly from the pen of dear Mevlana. If you do not refuse our hands extended towards you, you will be the ones who will gain. In future, the circumstances of your world will be very difficult. Difficult days await humanity. Those who have attained this truth have already collaborated with us. So if you just accept that we're going through and we're going to go through and we're going through some really hard times, this is a collaboration. That acceptance alone is a collaboration. And you accepting that and knowing that we're going to be going through hard times gives you a certain ease, because you're not surprised and you're not shocked by any events that are going to happen. And then you're able to offer comfort to your other terrestrial brothers and sisters that may not be in the know of what is happening and what is to come. At the moment, the magma is boiling and forcing the crust of the world. The reason for this is the preparation for entering a more powerful magnetic medium. And we know about the volcanic eruptions, and we know about the lands cracking open. The Africa has split again, in I think like 1/3 have split off. Still attached, but it's quite a deep hole and it's going to keep drifting. This means that your entire universe is being gradually pulled by a very powerful magnetic hole towards itself. This is the reason why the magma wants to flow out. So you are attaining this knowledge. You have to be the comfort of others in these times. You know that the molten and non-molten metals constitute the essence of your planet. For this very reason, a powerful magnetic causes you to leap in certain periods by pulling you towards itself. Quantum leaping. The first of these universal leaps occurred in the month of November in the world year 1981, and you got over this first stage without realizing anything. Because all the living beings on your planet were made to sleep for 6 days in 1981. People fell asleep for 6 days when we leaped, and people were not aware of it. Okay, because all the living beings on your planet were made to sleep for 6 days by the ion winds, 13th November to 18th November. You went to sleep at night on the 12th of November. You woke up on the morning of the 19th of November. However, since the calendars showed the date of the next day as the 13th, life continued regularly, and the sleep of 6 days seemed like the sleep of one night. You went on living, accepting the times as if it were the next day. Meanwhile, a very slight shift occurred in the axis of your world, and now your world turns more slowly by a period of 1 second per day. Now, remember, this fascicule is dictated on 1984, I believe. You have gained more or less 1 day per year, so now for us, your calendar has 366 days, not 365. Again, this is 1984. If we get ahead in the book, we may hear something else about if our time has sped up. In fact, there are numerous terrestrial friends of ours who were awake during that leap, who know this truth and who cooperated with us. See, I want to be that conscious, you know? When they read this text, they will understand the truth better. Leaps are the destiny of your planet, so it's normal. It is our heartfelt wish that you can pass over these periods more easily in the future. We always assist you on this path, our friends. Our love is upon the entire universe. Center. Y'all gotta get your own books. I hope all of you have your own books. Universal Consciousness, Golden Age Essence Genes. Universal Consciousness, Golden Age, essence genes. Our friends, we have not mentioned to you until today what universal consciousness and essence genes are. The dimensions of this dictated knowledge book are infinite. However, religious books are revealed in accordance with an order established in ordinance parallel to the knowledge capacity of each plan and the universal awareness it has gained. And within that order, a certain period of time is allotted to those books in accordance with the process of development. That means that our religious books are dictated from a time frame to another time frame where their job will be completed, and with a certain frequency that is suitable for the humanity or the society at that time period, so that they can adjust or take it in better. Now, a step has been taken towards a period that is very mandatory to transcend. We are about to enter a new order and the beginning of a new age. For this reason, the books that have been revealed to you until today from the religious point of view will from now on be revealed from beyond the religious dimensions, because the first step is God consciousness and to have allegiance in Him, not with Him, in Him. Now, after elevating you, our brothers and sisters, to this dimension, we have taken you into the ordinance of unification as the second step. At this step, all religions are being unified and the truth is being explained to you, our brothers and sisters. The book of Islam that was the last book was prepared in the 18th dimension and was revealed to your planet by intermediaries from the 19th dimension. Since public consciousness at that period was not ready yet for universal consciousness and for advanced energy dimension, the universal knowledge within it was given as ciphers that activated your thought wheels, and the consciousness share of each sacred book enabled the societies concerned to reach certain dimensions by this means. This could possibly mean that our earth was not even 3D at that time. In this way, numerous holiness friends of ours and saints have dived into the depths of enlightenment channels and have grasped the truth by their individual efforts. However, many friends did not talk due to their fear of the wrath of the divine plan and kept the knowledge they obtained to themselves. This was one of the ordinances of those periods. The bodies of our friends who have been able to reach us through their high awareness have been beamed when they left their world body, either before or after they were entombed. And their essence genes of that period were frozen here by special systems and have been kept for the golden age. So that means that certain prophets and certain sages and certain saints that came a while back, after they left, they were kept in a non-aging way, like not frozen as in ice frozen, only for them to be reincarnated back here for the golden age. Many cells of those matured bodies have been engrafted into the fetuses that have been bestowed on your society, and a social order has been established through gene transfers. Each gene has been taken one by one into the medium of evolvement on your planet by the assistance of cosmic currents. Some of those genes have become the lights of society by their individual efforts, and some others have become degenerated and have been taken into different evolvement levels in other dimensional energies. And some of the genes have transcended by the cosmic awareness they gained, even their essence genes that have been kept frozen here. These genes too have been taken into the system of being frozen and kept here after leaving the world to be bestowed on your planet in accordance with the consciousness of different ages. For example, all right, you ready for the example? Mevlana's father was an essence gene. Mevlana transcended him. These procedures have been continuing for centuries, and the system is being established by this means. The transition during this period of resurrecting will be provided entirely by the frozen essence genes who have been the supreme ones of the religious dimension. Oh, like I said, all our prophets are here. Our enlightening prophets are here. We call them noble genes. A lot of these noble genes have been sown one by one, on your planet for the golden age and will still be sown. Presently, they live among you with an unveiled awareness. That means that they have all your knowledge. Nothing is capped. They know who they are since the get-go, and they're here. Their former forms to which you were habituated will seem contradictory to you, since they carry the bodies within the genes of their initial existence. Ooh. This is very natural. For this reason, we will emphasize these genes transfers from time to time. So they're carrying their initial essence bodies. Why? Notice of the Universal Council. Yeah, this fascicule is a bit heavy, but it's pretty fun. General message to our human friends in the name of salvation. Our friends, you and us, let us always unify in goodness, beauty, and love. Let us meet with you on the correct path and see the truth altogether by attaining this consciousness. Goodness, beauty, and love. Our view is the view of our Lord. In this period, and your view should be the view of your Lord too. In this period, you who are the sons of sunny days have been mobilized on behalf of the entire humanity. The entire cosmos is grateful to you. Now we call out to all our friends who are on the divine path, and we embrace you with all our love. Our friends, do not propagate and emanate the divine light of your purified spirit to your surroundings by talking about religious themes. For your brothers and sisters are also devoted friends who know more or less what their religions are and who believe in their God. So we're not here to propagate religion, right? We're past that stage. We're not here to say worship, 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 worship God, right? We're here to say attain your higher self, attain universal consciousness. This is the resurrection, right? For your brothers and sisters are also devoted friends who know more or less what the religions are and who believe in their God. This period is not considered from the viewpoint of religion, and it is called the period of sincerity for this reason. Now our Lord is calling out directly to the essences. Think for a moment what you gain by talking again and again in the direction of the same theme about the subject of all of you already know. This is nothing but a personal satisfaction. Our Lord has wished you to proceed on the rightful path. Walk on the path of learning and spiritual insight. All your religious books are books not to be worshipped, but to be experienced by taking examples from them and to cleanse your spirits by the light you receive from them. Not everyone can practice learning. Not everyone can have spiritual insight, but everyone knows how to love, how to eliminate his or her surroundings on this beautiful path, by wakeful ideas instead of reactionary ones. There is perfection in Islam. The genuine devotees does not ever discriminate one living being from another living being. I was watching a live today, and one of my friends, Kundalini Rose, was on there, and she's a Caucasian lady, or she's, along that line. And she was trying to let them know that, we know, because that whole live was just about, black people are the originals, and we're the original natives in America, we're the original this, we're the original that. And some people were trying to debunk that, but this lady, Kundalini Rose, came on the live and she was saying that, this is true, this is science, it's been proven, blah, 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 blah. And I wanted to go on so bad, and I wanted to just share this knowledge that that's not going to matter. That does not even matter right now. That is something that happened billions of years ago in order to create the avatars on this realm for our essence and our consciousness to be able to be embodied here. That does not even matter in just a few more years. It's about your frequency and your vibration. Like, none of it even matters. What body, what skin color you are, none of it matters. We know every race came from Adam and Eve, who were black. That does not give superiority to anything and anyone. That was just the mechanism, the universal mechanism for us to get avatars here, for us to be here. That's it. That's it. Let's leave it at that. That happened billions of years ago. We're in a different age of becoming not skin, but pure energy. Like, let's move on. Let's move on. We're trying to be our higher self, which does not have any of these hues even. It could be anything. It could be this beautiful person right here with this blue and light. It could be anything. Shut up, Missy. I know what you're going to say with the blue that I just said. Okay. There is perfection in Islam. The genuine devotees does not ever discriminate one living being from another living being. The present situation of humanity is a result of the egos of our human brothers, sisters, who have not been able to attain themselves, right? So ego exists in those who have not been able to attain themselves. This luminous path designed for you in this period of sincerity is the path of your prophets. Now you are coming to us through this path. We are your ancestors, your elder brothers. And where are they? In space. Once we were also like you. After a certain time, you will also be like us. Ooh, look at that. That sounds so cool. This is the message given to the awakening awarenesses. In the universe, there is no discrimination such as Islam, Christian, extraterrestrial, and terrestrial. Here, all of us are a whole of emanated from the essence of God. Somebody called Ward wants to come on live. I'm sorry. Does anybody know who Ward is? I don't know. Okay. Since the essence of each one of us is connected to him, why do these differences occur? Please think profoundly about this matter for a moment. If you set out in the direction of this thought, you will be aware of what a terrible loop your fanaticism and your bigotry has taken you into. If you're all from the one source, then do we actually have differences? We don't. Those who make discrimination among humans are, again, humans themselves. The reasons of this discrimination has always been personal benefit, and this type of thinking is unfortunately still going on. And now we, your extraterrestrial friends, whom you call universal friends, call out to you from the pen of dear Mevlana and say, come, come, come. Through this come, we call you to your essence, to your logic, to your conscience. Deeply rooted fanatic thoughts will not make you gain anything. All the friends who found your consciences, who have become sovereign over their intellect and logic, and who have seen the light of their essence, have been taken into the medium of salvation. So you need to find your conscience. You need to have become sovereign over your intellect and your logic, and you need to see the light of your essence to enter the medium of salvation. Now, they can proceed easily without fearing anything. However, in case they make an effort through logic on the positive path to awaken their other brothers and sisters, their gain will be even greater. The Sirat bridge you will cross is not in the other world. You are and will be passing over the Sirat here. This is where it's hard to convince the Muslim brothers and sisters of the Sirat because of the perception that they have been conditioned to in the past. When we're talking about we're crossing the Sirat right now, and the Sirat can be either as fast as the thought speed, a light speed, or it can be the sharpest blade that one can walk on. And that sharpest blade is that fight within yourself, not attaining your consciousness, doubting, and doing everything to disprove the truth that is being revealed to you. It is like a mental struggle. It is like the sharpest blade that one can walk on, and they have no choice but to walk on it, and it's cutting their feet. But if you attain your higher self, and you attain universal consciousness, you have no fear of death. Therefore, like what Robert always talks about, the spice, meditation, doing your shadow work, you can transcend the ideology of death by being able to leave your body anytime you want. And if you're of such a great frequency, you can get out of here and go talk with other people and come back, or other beings, I should say, and come back. Right? So then, what fear do you have of death if you've been able to do that? One of the greatest fear that humanity has is death. And then there's the judgment day. But this book is saying that both of them don't really exist. You have to attain, you can do everything right here. You can do everything. You can be everything right here. Deeply rooted fanatic thoughts will not make you gain anything. All the friends who have found their consciousness, who have become sovereign over their intellect and logic, and who have seen the light of their essence, have been taken into the medium of salvation. Now they can proceed easily without fearing anything. However, in case they make an effort through their logic on the positive path to awaken their other brothers and sisters, their gain will be even greater. Collaboration is key in this period of resurrecting. Maybe some of you are still unaware of certain things, but humanity is going through the period of resurrection at the moment. The Sirat bridge you will cross is not in the other world. You are and will be passing over the Sirat here. The animals you have sacrificed will never make you pass the bridge. In the periods where each religion was propagated for the first time, inevitably, certain forms and methods were laid down to strengthen your bonds of faith. Sacrificing animals was also practiced for social solidarity to obey the commands of the Lord. Those who attain this cognizance perform social solidarity in different ways. At the moment, we do not take into consideration either the text of the Bible or that of the Quran, or the text of the other religions, because those books were read and learned centuries ago. Now our Lord is giving you quite different knowledge and suggestions directly through this book, the knowledge book. To see the good results is to find all truthful. All truthful is the Almighty, the Absolute. And to find the all truthful is to attain the truth. Direct message on behalf of salvation. So, special declaration of the center. Our friends, we wonder what you have gained in the framework of the knowledge we have given you until today. We wonder how much you have done of what is required of you. Please make your own self-criticism on these matters. That's the shadow work. Work on yourself. Go inside. Talk to yourself. What have you done? You be your own judge right now. And any wrong and karma that you have to find a way to let go of that for you to attain God consciousness, right? You have to work on yourself. You have to do your own self-criticism. And please read the fascicules again and again. Then the truths you have forgotten will be laid in front of your eyes. At this stage, what we require of you is to shed light on society within the knowledge you have attained. You will see the truth sooner or later. Whether we like it or not, it's going down. Only if you grasp the essence of the cause of our calling out to you, you will act more consciously. And the calling out is salvation. So why would you dismiss that? Why would you dismiss salvation? Your own salvation, and to be even greater if you're able to help your brothers and sisters through their salvation. As we have said before, an integrity, a unity has been achieved in the entire realm by the universal laws, by a beautiful order that will be established in the future. You will live in a medium in which there will be no malevolence. However, that is what I said earlier, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, right? Attaining that consciousness is what's going to make us be all peaceful and harmonious on this planet. However, your individual efforts on this path for the establishment of the golden age will cause you to gain much. Your individual efforts, right? If these efforts of yours develop in the medium of leadership and ego, we're not responsible for the events that will happen. Please do not take this as a warning notice. Now we are calling out to friends who amuse themselves with the knowledge they receive through their private channels, even though they have gained cosmic consciousness. The goal is not to prove your own knowledge. It is to protect the universal knowledge, is to project the universal knowledge on society. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Don't be standing in your little corner with your powers that you've gained. You have to teach. And if you're teaching for profit, then, well, that's your reward here. Don't expect any reward after that. Your gain will be on this path. It is beneficial not to forget this. Salvation will be achieved not through individual efforts, but by mass calls. It is indispensable that you should gain consciousness on this path of truth. The functioning system of the universal law is this. Our call and love is upon the entire universe. Center. General message for the public consciousness. Our friends, until today, the human has searched for his or her God who is present in him and her in other places. Now, humankind that has attained universal consciousness has met its God, that is, its own essence, in proportion with its evolvement. Your essence is the essence of the Most High, the Absolute. You were cut from the same cloth. Therefore, need you not look outside trying to find God. Search within yourself. Clear all the clutter. Clear all the doubt and confusion. Clear all the fear. Clear all the hatred and jealousy. Clear all your ego and superiority. Humble yourself. Have infinite patience, infinite love. And you will find yourself. You will find your God within yourself. And you will find yourself within your God. The human who can attain this genuine human consciousness will never again think malevolent thoughts, will never do any wickedness, and will become purified more and more and will become a divine light of God. Why? Because your essence is a divine light of God. You in this hard, dense material world need to just get there, but it's already there for you because you came from there. You just have to get back there. Denying religions and God is a thought that frightens the human, for you have been conditioned by different circumstances since the time of existence until today. In fact, to deny your God means to deny your own self. So you cannot do that. It's not even possible. There's no mathematical equation for that. That's like ceasing to exist, and you cannot not exist because the Creator in which created you, which you came from, is forever existing. There is no beginning and end to him. And so is the same for you. Until today, your sacred books have enlightened you in the best of ways. But do not forget that even the human brain seems to be on the same level and in the same structure. And even if it is watched by the same vibrations, still its awakening and evolvement is a result of the essence of the human. That is why we say, God created the human created himself, herself. The inequality among humans originates from this fact. The evolvement field of a human is exalted, expands, and reaches an apex in proportion with his or her own perception. The reason why there's differences amongst us, like in our thinking, I should say, is because of the level of evolvement that each one of us is on. A lot of us are on different levels of evolvement. Like we read earlier that the prophets are here through gene transfer. Now we know that the prophets probably completed their evolution, or maybe they never even had to go through evolution. I don't know. But they completed their evolution how long ago, to the point that they came here as light bearers for us, receiving messages from angels, coming to them, traveling into realms, having conversations, and bringing us the knowledge back, right? So if they're here in human form, the reason why there's differences in us, you can just imagine how their thought frequency is. You can just imagine how harmonious it will be to be around them. You can just imagine how much love pours out from them to their surrounding. You can just imagine how much peace surrounds them once you're near them, right? So that is the differences between Bill Gates and a sage or a light being or a star seed or someone that has attained certain level of evolvement. So that is why we say God created a human and the human created himself or herself. The inequality among humans originated from this fact. The evolvement field of a human is exalted, expands, and reaches an apex in proportion with his or her perceptions. Since you assume that this form of exaltation is due to the other reasons, your pride, your fears, your doubt, your fanaticism, have diverted you away from the actual and have created mediums of taboo. Bigotry is nothing but the subjugation of the human by the human. In this period, your first mission is to recognize and to know yourselves. That's your first mission. You are a God. You are a universe awareness and consciousness. Everything is concealed in you. Ooh. It feels good. Only if I could just tap into it more. But in time, we're all growing. So, in this period, your first mission is to recognize and to know yourselves. You are a God. You are a universe awareness and consciousness. Everything is concealed in you, right? You have to knock on the gates within yourself. In this period, humankind is becoming the initial spark its Lord created. And this human will sit on the throne of consciousness far beyond religions, will one day be the sovereign of the entire universe. Supreme Assembly. Our friends, the supreme plan that comprises the entire realm will be realized by the integrated consciousness who have been incarnated to Terra from the land of loving ones. Right? So if you are from a higher dimension and you have all your knowledge, you understand what the supreme plan is, right? So the cosmic currents given by special systems from beyond the curves comprise all the problems of your planet. Revolution in consciousness means revolution in the medium and in the religions. Everyone becomes godlike in proportion with the awareness she or he gains. The actual goal is to serve without being aware of one's own greatness. That's humility, right? You have to be humble. You have to serve without even thinking you're great, right? The prophets were from other dimensions, yet they served. Some of them were hungry sometimes. Some were wealthy, like Suleiman, but some of them were hungry sometimes. Some of them had to, get insulted and cussed at and spat on and all that stuff. But through that humbleness, they were able to turn others to help them gain that knowledge that they brought to society. So, get rid of that ego. So everyone becomes godlike in proportion with the awareness she or he gains. The actual goal is to serve without being aware of one's own greatness. Do not misunderstand what we said above. You possess everything on behalf of the Almighty, the Absolute. Later, this is the allness to the nothingness, back to the allness, right? So be humble. You exist in everything, but so does all your terrestrial brothers and sisters and all your celestial brothers and sisters. We're all from the same cloth. So there's no superiority. Be humble because you're serving out of love, which is the essence of the Most High. Right? So this is not to say that you're nothing or think less of yourself. This is not that. Humility is thinking less of yourself in love, with love, within love, right? Not to have low self-esteem. That is not it. Later, we will explain this more profoundly and you will grasp the truth better when we talk about gene transfers. The divine mechanism is making tremendous efforts for the steps that will be taken towards the golden age. This year, very intense operations will be performed with the resident of the golden galaxy. It is presented for your knowledge. Now remember, this is 1984 that we're talking about. Note, the golden galaxy is the land of Amun, the supreme transfer of that period, who have descended from the Egyptian Karina, are at the moment on your planet. Ooh. The golden galaxy is the land of Amun. The supreme transfers of that period, who have descended from the Egyptian Karina, are at the moment on your planet. Anyone wants me to define what Karina is? Yeah, Amun-Ra. So there's 3 of them, even though they're the same, but there's a trinity of them. There's Amun, Amun-Ra, and Rahman, depending on, I guess, which task you're taking. General messages for the public consciousness. Our friends, in this period, humankind is in such a progress that it is on the eve of the steps it will take forward in every way. The steps it will take forward will stimulate the code of logic of its consciousness. Then it will comprehend the cause of its existence. Every servant has been the servant bound to obey orders of his or her God until today. However, the essence of the knowledge of the books changed in time, and servants became enslaved to other servants. In fact, humankind has caused its own being to become enslaved in its own medium due to its passion and weaknesses, and has become slave of its own self, your ego. If you have ego, you're a slave of your own self. In this period of awakening, each awakening consciousness is being guided by various means through this knowledge book. There is nothing but purification and purity in your essence. Consciousness of the universe is reaching God consciousness in proportion with its purity. A baby is a pure spring. When it grows up, public consciousness makes it turbid. The damage that conditioned brain codes can cause society can even annihilate a universe. Yo, that is massive. You are going through such a period now. For this reason, we are working with all our power to return you to yourself. And by opening the paths of science and learning, we are trying to abolish fanaticism and taboo. The actual path of all the religious books is to advance on the path of learning that will be opened beyond evolvement. Your essence substance is God consciousness. For us, a genuine sage who has found his or her essence is a scientist who has attained the power of God. Islamic mysticism is purification and attaining God. And finding oneself is finding God. Love is all. Finding oneself is finding God. We talked about this, right? All of us are gods because we're cut from the fabric of God. Only afterwards can you shed light on your society through the gates of learning. You possess everything on behalf of the Almighty, the Absolute. Do not ever forget this, our friends. Our love is upon the entire universe. This is from the center. Reincarnation. Our friends, the sages and the prophets of the past periods and friends who gained success at the advanced level in the past are living on your planet by gene transfers in this period of sincerity. That is called the period of resurrecting. It's so weird. I used to always tell my husband, I want to be here when Jesus comes. I want to be here on the judgment day. I want to be here through the resurrection time. And we're Muslims. And he would be like, no, you don't want to be here. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hectic. I'm like, but I want to be part of his army. It's crazy that I used to say that. I don't know if I'm part of his army, but it's just crazy that I used to say that. These are the essence genes, and they serve on your planet with an unveiled awareness as a result of having attained your essence consciousnesses. They are each a free spirit and a free will. And the other genes are being awakened through special efforts in the direction of the same consciousness as time goes by. Meanwhile, the existence of non-existence, of reincarnation, is still the subject of argument. You are the genuine proofs of this subject. You are the proof of reincarnation. You don't need any other proof. Just attain yourself and you gain your Akashic records and your archives and take the spirit molecule if you need it and go find out. I'm still kind of a wimp at the moment, so can't speak on that. Each of you is a miracle by yourself. How can you deny your own selves so unconsciously? Robert always reads this part. Time will pass. Each will claim his or her essence consciousness, and one day the entire truth will shine with all clarity. So in time, all of us will attain our consciousness, some faster than others, but the period of resurrecting, and because of the love of the Most High in all of us, and our Father wants us to come back home, even though we never really left, but coming back home, gaining yourself, in time, all of us will gain that knowledge of ourselves. In future, gene transfers will be mentioned clearly and in detail. Our love is upon the entire universe center. Let me see how much more I have. Oh, just a few more pages. It is answer to the chains of thoughts. Our friends, the book dictated to dear Mevlana is a knowledge book. The Quran, which is the book of Islam, is also a knowledge book. However, the present book is the constitution of the universe. Do not confuse it with the book of Islam. In accordance with what we have learned from your chains of thought, the idea that no other book would be revealed ever again after the book of Islam, that was the final book, has penetrated into the brains like an arrow. Now we would explain this to you, as it will be comprehended from the fascicules dictated until today. This is a book that assembles all the religious books in its essence, and that gives you knowledge by explaining certain subjects present in those books from time to time by computer calculations. All universal knowledge is present in the book of Islam. However, during this period, we have passed far beyond that knowledge. For this reason, this book has been bestowed on your planet by the establishers of an order by the command of our Lord. This book includes the contents of all the religious books, but it also comprises a lot of knowledge that none of your religious books mentioned. You should not be in a hurry for anything. Time and events will prove everything to you. It will be awaited and seen. Center. It is very important. Each leader is obliged to read this message to his or her group. Our friends, we presume that you have grasped the seriousness of the subject through the knowledge you have received from the given messages until today. At the moment, your Universal Council is at work. The order of the entire cosmos will be established with the suggestions. Okay, sure. Do what you wish. I'm sure that's Missy doing that poll. At the moment, the Universal Council is at work. Let me see. I'm sure it's Missy. Is it Missy? Is it Kay? Who's that? Okay. At the moment, the Universal Council is at work. The order of the entire cosmos will be established with the suggestions that will be given. Your frequencies are under the supervision of the central system. Sorry. Your operations in the positive direction are considered equivalent to all the universal consciousnesses. Your operations in the positive direction are considered equivalent to all the universal consciousnesses. Positive mind, positive vibration. Togethernesses in society are factors that stimulate energy vibration. Collaboration, unity, love, oneness, right? It stimulates energy vibrations for this. So that means it becomes quicker, hotter, faster, more connected, more energized, the more we unite, right? For this reason, friends in the groups are being sent to other groups in accordance with the highness of their frequencies. The cosmic awareness of the medium you are in will cause more accelerated awakenings by this means. Our love is upon the entire universe. Our love is upon all the universe center. Our friends, you will read and learn the truth and the knowledge we will dictate to you from this book. In fact, this book is a knowledge book beyond religions. However, since we try to raise the public consciousness to a certain level, knowledge is rather given from the bottom towards the top. Now, priority is given to religious unification, and the truth is being projected through this path. At the moment, priority is given to the messages of the Universal Council, and effort is made to propagate the truth more quickly. It is presented for your knowledge center. It is a message about the knowledge book. Our friends, for you to understand better, we will dictate this message of ours article by article. 1. The era of miracles have passed. All the facts of the cosmic age will be laid down in front of everyone. 2. The era of religions is over. The truth means to announce the supreme command of God from the firmament to the earth as a single book. No more separation. 3. Your planet has arrived at this last period of your evolution. Emissaries of the divine realm assist us from the central system. 4. This book that is being dictated to dear Mevlana is announcing the supreme commands of our Lord from the direct channel without any intermediaries. They removed all the different angels that knowledge was transferred to all the way till it got here. All those intermediaries were removed. It is now, I think, Gabriel, which is Mustafa Mullah, straight to Mevlana. 5. This knowledge book is being dictated to you as the constitution of the universe. Just imagine having a universal constitution in your closet, in your house. 6. The golden age, expected for centuries, will be established by a new order that will be... The golden age expected for centuries will be established by a new order that will be established. Okay, I wasn't wrong. 7. Now it is the harvest time of the seeds sown centuries ago. The entire universal ordinance is being projected on your planet with this knowledge book. Universal ordinance. So all the orders of the universe is being projected through this book. 9. You will sooner or later attain consciousness of the dictated book and will grasp the truth. So anyone that don't even have the book right now in any part of the world, at some point will have to go get the book because they'll be called to it. Because the cosmic rays that are waking everybody up will eventually, just like I came on TikTok, which I was never on TikTok, only had 45 followers, I had like 6 posts for like 1 year. And I came on TikTok and saw Robert on a live, and I had gone through my whole ordeal. And I asked Robert, didn't know Robert, never seen Robert before, don't follow Robert. And this was just in December, not that long ago. And I said, wait, that's the book I'm looking for. I'm looking for that book. I'm looking for that knowledge. What is it called? And he said, the knowledge book. And that's how I got it. And when I got it, I was like, yes, because I have been getting books, but none of them satisfied me yet. It didn't fill the void. This book has filled the void. Number 9, you will... Who keeps doing this poll? Anyway, number 9, you will sooner or later attain the consciousness of the dictated book and will grasp the truth. 10, this book will prove itself with the messages we give in different forms to all the groups on your planet and will be accepted beyond any suspicions or doubts. Polls again? Okay. Number 11. You, our terrestrial brothers and sisters, and all our good-willed friends assist us in this matter. We are grateful to them. Number 12. Anatolian Mevlana Essence Nucleus Group is our direct channel. Knowledge is being given to other channels through this channel. 13. The Council of the Loyal Ones, the Assembly of the Stars, and the Central System are the focal points that project on you the commands of the Universal Council. 14. The Universal Council is giving knowledge directly only to the Essence Nucleus channel. 15. You will learn all the truth from this dictated knowledge book. All the truth. 16. Progresses of time and cosmic currents are causing mass awakenings on your planet, and they will continue to do so. Your resurrection is this. 17. Each awakening awareness is obliged to read and comprehend this knowledge book besides the knowledge she or he receives from his or her own channel. This is for your own gain. Everybody must read the knowledge book. Everybody must read the knowledge book. Don't matter if you have attained everything and you have all your superpowers. As long as you're in this realm, you must read the knowledge book, because it will take you from where you have reached at your highest level to other dimensions that you don't even know. Because remember, evolution is interminable. It never ends. Okay, we are in search. Even when we get out of here, we're still gaining more and more God consciousness and becoming masters, and just keep going and just keep going, because it fulfills us, because what we're doing is swallowing God within us. And you can never be full and satisfied unless you say so. But if you want to keep swallowing God and drinking the fountain of God, God is endless. Knowledge is endless, because knowledge is God. There's nothing outside of knowledge. Knowledge is God, right? So you have to read the knowledge book, no matter how evolved you think you are, ego. You have to read the knowledge book, because it gives you something else that you may have not known. Okay. 18. The awakening consciousness will first grasp the truth and then will transmit the knowledge in accordance with the level of understanding of their mediums. 19. Supervision is being controlled by the center, and necessary mediums are being prepared. It is presented for your knowledge, counsel. General message to all the road groups, our friends. From now on, we will try to give the groups as brief and essential knowledge as possible. Certain groups that are not carrying out universal work will be closed down, and their frequencies will be cut off. Time is getting scarce. Besides this, we are dealing with everyone one by one, right? So some of the groups may get closed down, but all of us are still being worked on individually. The triangle of the Road Brotherhood Union is the preparatory triangle of the Golden Age. Now the mission of the actual missionaries has begun. You should henceforth be prepared for that period, because we are going through that period at the moment. There will be special messages to be dictated to the Istanbul group. Everyone will perform his or her mission in the framework of the commands she or he receives. In the year 1987, that's my year, the Court of Konya will be established. For this reason, in the year 1986, the medium of Konya will be specially prepared. The distribution of the fascicules will be accelerated. The Mevlana SS Nucleus group is obliged to send the messages to all the groups, and by this means, the truth will be declared to all the groups. After this message, universal communications will be accelerated even more. The SS Nucleus channels will carry out common operations with the channels connected to it. Awakened groups will enlighten the covered groups through words, and by this means, they will prepare their brothers and sisters for salvation. From now on, non-seriousness will not be excused. A period in which accelerated work is necessary has been entered. It is presented for your knowledge, light. There's no time to waste. Everybody must wake up. It's fun that way, right, Missy? It's fun that way. Notice to the Essence Nucleus group. In the name of the universe, we are indebted to thank all our friends who assist us by serving on the path of humanity. Missions performed until today in accordance with the universal laws have prepared you for the present days. The universe is grateful to you. All our terrestrial friends who cooperate with us will be introduced to each other one by one when the time comes. Universal totality will be established in this way. The entire text of this book, that is dictated as a knowledge book, will be constituted by all the fascicules you have received until today. We will let you know the date when the book will come to an end. You will attain the truth by this means. Private missions will be given to certain friends on your planet who work apart from the groups. That means that there are individuals who will be on missions outside of groups. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 3 codes will be established in each country when the time comes. These triplet codes will collectively translate the fascicules to the languages of the countries they are in. Those who neglect their missions will be rendered ineffective, and those who are waiting in effect for their turn will replace them. When the time comes, the book will be published by the unification of these triplet codes that will be formed in each country. All these procedures will be carried out and completed until the year 2000. Accelerating the missions is the gain of our terrestrial brothers and sisters. It is presented for your knowledge on behalf of the Supreme Assembly Light. Fascicule 15 is done. 8:36. Oh, no, I got time. I forgot that I came here at 7. I wanted to read the realm of Amun. Maybe I can talk to some people. I can read comments now. Oh, I want to read this for you guys. Private message from Amun. Dear friends, now we can communicate very easily with you through our direct channel. At the moment, all galactic clusters are subject to the divine mechanism of the center above the center. Here. The single focal point of all the religious books is this place here. We are a whole. The golden galaxy, where I am, is in a universe far beyond the 72nd dimension. Wait, who changed that? Okay, it's all good. You guys want Mona Lisa on here? Why not? Let's just leave Mona. Hi, Mona. This book, which is dictated as the essence of all the sacred books, is the book of all the realms, and now it is being dictated to you. The dimension of this book is infinite, but the capacity of your planet can receive only the knowledge up to the 18th dimension, exceptions excluded. We are evaluating everything by the consciousness of the automatic logic. We are given the knowledge in accordance with the frequency level of your planet. The knowledge we are giving to you and to other friends is private and personal. It is part of your general frequency. Okay, now listen to this. One goes from the golden light year to Altona, from there to the golden moon, and from there to the golden galaxy. The essence nucleus of this planet is pure gold and pure energy. For this reason, it is the center of communication of all the galaxies. That's Amun's galaxy. The system I am in is the single galaxy connected to the Telekine system. We have great vibration center. The resonance emanates from here fractionally to all the galactic systems. Let us explain more clearly. This is a very great universal radar base. All repliques, all thoughts are coded here by the automatic logic. So like our thoughts, energies, our thought frequencies, like Amun's realm is a Telekine system, is a center of communication. Because it's made of gold, all our cell phones and all our computers have gold in it for being able to like be like a satellite, right? Like communication, the internet, tapping into all that's there is gold. This procedure is administered by special ships. According to the system here, your planet is a small one, as 1/1,000,000th of a dot. Our planet, compared to Amun's planet, is as small as 1/1,000,000th of a dot. Bruh. That's just the planet though. Our brain is different, but the planet is so small. That means that Amun's realm, these people or these beings are giants. If we're 1/1,000,000th of a dot, not 1/10, 1/1,000,000th of a dot. I don't even know I can't even visualize how small that is compared to them. That means they are massive. But your brain generator has a level to comprise all kinds of knowledge. So not that we're like, unimportant or irrelevant, but our planet is so small. But our brain, we're all universal. So for centuries, we have been in contact with friends who can receive this knowledge. Our mission is to project the knowledge we receive on the universal consciousnesses. Only those who are purified beyond evolvement are obliged to receive this knowledge. This is a matter of permission. Here we act by the command of the center above the center. The gates are open to everyone in this way. Communications carried out through the telekind system. Private connections are connected to the link system. So mass communication is through the telekind system, and private connection is through the link system. Wait in sincerity. Each event is for the benefit of your planet. Our love is infinite. Your voice is our voice. Your word is our word. Amun. Service to humanity through learning and science. Service to universes is through the mind and thought. Service to humanity is through learning and science, creation. Service to universes is through the mind and thought. And I wonder what kind of thought frequency they want. Here is a universal mechanism. The changes in the suggestions that will be given from the golden star have been moved behind the dimensions by the command coming from the land of loving ones. This is the area in which the curves are available. The waves that will never shake you will now be given to you directly from the golden light year. The supervision of the group has been transferred to the direct channel. You are under the sacred security of the golden light year. You are given energies of all the dimensions from the center under supervision. We are unifying all the frequencies by supervision, all the groups on your planet. Unification is achieved by universal laws. Now differences are being brought to an end. Differences are being brought to an end. We are selecting one by one the friends who will be taken into salvation. This is the land of Amun, who holds the golden key of the golden light year in his hands. All the gates that will be open to you are being opened by this channel. The might is from God, mission from us, determination from you, righteousness is yours, is your light, our friends center. The next time I go live, I'm going to go back to Fascicule number 4. Let me show you something. How do I make this big again? I could never figure this out. Damn it. Okay. So, nothing is by chance on our planet. Nothing is by chance on our planet. The moon is a satellite base. The sun is a communication portal. That is how cosmic rays are being transferred to us. It's not just to warm us. The energies received is what causes warmth. Remember, the frequencies that are being received is all knowledge codes, light codes, right? So this system here shows how knowledge is transferred, or information is transferred from our Earth to the universe and to other planets, and from the sun, through the sun to our planets and to other planets, etc. So it says sun, number 1, sun, Mercury, Mars to Earth, right? 2, sun to Pluto, to Mars, to Earth. Everything goes through Mars, it looks like, right? When Earth is projecting information out, it goes through Mars, then it enters all the various channels on these planets, and then it gets to your destination. But the sun is like one of the ultimate points where we receive energy, we receive upgrades, right? You can see the sun sits all the way out here, and everything somehow goes through each other to the sun, going out and coming back in. This is why they talk about sun gazing and just getting some cosmic rays into your system, because they're information, right? They're upgrades. I'm glad it makes sense. Hi. So I'm done for now. Which one? Okay. Only K will get me to do this. Okay. I'll do two of it. We are in the divine love of the Almighty, the Absolute, and the divine love of the Almighty, the Absolute is within us. We're sending love frequency, healing, harmony, peace, happiness, awakening, to our entire terrestrial brothers and sisters. And we just have to visualize that this big ball of energy just sprung out from us and just spread across the planet, right? And then the other one is, I am in the love of all love is within me. I am one with all is one with me. I can be all that I wish to be in the all, as long as my wish is to remain in the all. All is I am, all does I do, all can I can. Right? That is the unity. That mantra is from the Nubian order of Melchizedek, just attaining the oneness and the collaboration. Okay. You can't write. Okay. What do you want me to? Tell me what you want me to do for you? It's actually on my page. Yeah, two of them, both of them are on my page. But I can say it to you slowly, Courtney. Let me know which one. I can't write that fast. That's funny. I'm going to post the lives on my YouTube channel. So if anybody missed it, they can just go through it there. I'm trying to make us go through this book before the end of the year. If our electricity doesn't go out by what is that thing called? Never. Let me see if I can make myself look good. Effects. I'm gonna go green screen. Let me see if I can do. Yeah, this is better. I'm like so in your face, like, oh my god. Courtney, did I miss something? Oh, yikes. You're so pretty. Thank you, Courtney. Who, Missy, you want me to come over your house? Missy, I already told you what you have to do. I said kick my back. Like, my spirit doesn't want to leave my body. It's so stubborn. I'm just glitching. Let me do something better. I don't know which one to use. Nope, that's not it. Okay, let's see what we got. Something pretty. Okay. That's, well, whatever. It is what it is. How do you look, Missy? You're so funny. Did I miss Courtney's message? I was waiting for her to say something. Here, I'm gonna scroll up again. I got the first phrase. Okay. Oh, you typed it? Okay. So it's, I am in the love of all. No problem. All love is within me. I am one with all. Am I going too fast? All is one with me. I know. Okay, you got it. Great. I can't see, so I have to like come this close, and I refuse to wear glasses because I'm still waiting for the herb that will cure my eyes. So I'm trying not to submit to wearing glasses. I'm waiting. I'm sure. I think I found it. Like, I saw it on a TikTok. I haven't bought it yet, but maybe it'll give me something else. I'm still waiting. I don't have patience. I don't like. That's what I have to work on. I like things to happen like instantly. You know, but I have to wait for everything here. It's so slow. Patience, infinite patience. Oh, thank you, Kay. You too, eh, Missy? Oh no, Courtney, you have no patience. I know. We have to work on that though, right? Infinite love, infinite patience, infinite humbleness. 32 years. Moulin roots? Mulan or Mulin? I don't know Mulan roots. But if you check Etsy, Etsy has like everything. Yeah. Yeah. My patience is always tested too. Like I'm trying to manifest this whole big acres of land and build my own house and just be free of everything and just be able to go everywhere. And I'm trying to also like teleport at will and go to the center, that like go to the ships without having to take the spice. But I may have gone, but I feel like there's just that one time that I was very conscious through my meditation that I told you guys about on Robert's Live. But every other time I may have, I swear I wake up and like I forget everything. So I'm sure it's for a reason. Probably come tell you guys everything. They're like, this girl, she's gonna go tell everything. Block her memory. Courtney, that's funny. Oh boy. What's going on with your dog? Missy, you're laughing at me. What's going on with your dog, Courtney? Oh. Lil or ill? I can't see. I'm so bad at this. Oh, your dog is not feeling well? Oh dear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep. Bro, I have to bring this close because it is not working from that far. To keep neurons sharp. Choline to keep neurons sharp. Okay. Wow. Oh, memory sharp. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't see that far. And it's not even that far. It's like an arm's length from me, and I have to bring it close. So, is anybody nervous about the day and time that we're in? I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Is my husband on? I think you see the up there. There's the I, which is K, and then there's the, I don't know if he's here. There's a guy in the blue. That's Javi. He makes me nervous. I don't know, just the day and time that we're in. We're in the resurrecting time. This is what we've heard all our lives, and we were super, super scared. And now it's happening almost casually because we've been upgraded for it, and that's the exciting part. And we're so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything. Hey, babe. I don't like that. You're making me shy. Well, anyway, my time is up. 7 to 9. Woohoo. I booked here. Sending peace and love to everybody. Sending love to our terrestrial brothers and sisters. Anxiety ridden, eh? Yeah, you gotta meditate on that. You have to find out what it is that is causing that for you. There's like always, you're laughing. There's something that you're nervous about, and you have to find out, why does that really make you nervous? Does it have a base? Does it have a ground? Does it have a reason? Does it truly exist? What is it? The ultimate, right? The ultimate is death. So we've already overcome that. We understand what death is, so nothing else should really. And we know that the body, like even if we were to go through starvation, we can literally just understand that it is temporary. Like 100 years here is only like a moment outside of this realm, this dimension. It's hard because we're still here, but we have to master our body by powering our spirits and our consciousness, right? Yeah, we can talk about that. Not on the live, but I can always inbox you my number. We can talk about that. We all had to go through it at some point. Happened faster for some, slower for some, but yeah, we need to go through that. Remember, the traumas have happened, they're in the past, and they only exist because you're holding on to it. And every trauma, we're meant to grow from it and be enlightened by it so that we can be a beacon of light to ourselves and to our surroundings, right? And if we're not overcoming and gaining power over that trauma, then how do we serve ourselves in society, right? And remember, it does not exist anymore. It already happened. You are the one that is making it exist, right? So it's not as easy as it is done, so please don't mind me with my mumbling. It takes a lot, and sometimes they may resurface even when you think that you've gotten over it, but you're able to combat it faster each time until it completely does not exist. Well, thank you, Courtney. Gratitude. Thank you. But yeah, we can talk more about it. I'm so up for it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. It can teach you what you need to work on. Remember the other live? I said I got the download: love, learn, light, approach every situation with love, pick up the lessons that you're supposed to learn from it, because the trial is for you to grow from, right? Not for it to push you down. If you're not able to attain the knowledge from that trauma, then it pushes you down. When you're able to attain the knowledge from that trauma, then that light glows within you, then your path is lit, right? The 3 L's: love, learn, light. Remember, Courtney? I don't know if you were here for the last live, but yeah, I think I did a video on that. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. And remember, we pick up where we left off in our last life. So you don't want to come back here and have to repeat that same trauma. So, we have to overcome it in this life, right? Wish I was? I don't understand. Sorry. Did I miss something earlier? Oh, you never shut up? No, Courtney, yeah, you have to hurry up and get your stuff up. Yeah. Oh, wow. 8 years, eh? Well, if anybody wants to talk, because I don't want you to put up your personal stuff, even though a lot of us can help, right? But you can inbox me. Mosh pit. You're still talking about your mosh pit. God mercy. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. You're good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that bad weather got my nose all scratchy and my throat all scratchy. I don't even know. I don't even go out often. Actually, I don't even go out at all. But it's coming through the vents. Sending love to everybody. Please have light in your hearts. You're not your troubles. They're just your examinations. Once you understand that, then you want to pass that test, just like how we did in college, university, high school, etc. We need to pass that test, right? So let's just remember that and go through every situation with that mindset that we need to pass that test because we need to get out, because I don't want to come back. My husband wants us to come back. He's always saying we pray for long life, health, and strength. And I'm always like, let the road end. Let the road end. I make myself laugh. Yeah. Nice, Missy, nice. I know you have that GPS. All right, good night, everybody. Yeah, because I'm tired. Like, yeah, postal, I'm tired. I'm sure you are too. It's pretty and all, but I want a better one. Like, I want a better earth. Like, I want all my powers. I want telepathy. I want telekinesis. I want to teleport. I want to do stuff. I don't want to be hungry. I don't want to eat and gain weight. I love food, and yet I can't even eat here because even when I breathe, I gain weight. Like, it's ridiculous. Thank you. I cannot read that. Sorry. Thank you for the rose. Thank you. All right, family. Have love and light in your hearts and harmony. And hopefully tomorrow I'll get a chance to come again. This time I'll go back to Fascicule number 4 and we'll go through there. Hopefully you guys are making steps to getting your own knowledge book, because again, the photon cyclone energy reads you as you read it. It finds you and you find yourself, and you know which parts of you need to work on, and then it takes you from there, and it gives you your own personal tour and your own personal, and then your dream state just changes, and your thoughts and your frequency and how you handle situations really changes. I don't know if it's Courtney, like, I don't know if you have your book yet, but this will help with a lot of trauma, because we all have that trauma. You have not even heard my story, girl. Choo. Yeah, it's out there. Missy heard a bit of it. Missy also has a story. I'm telling you, the trauma is real, but we have to overcome it. Good night, family. Love you all. All right, Courtney. Excellent. Hopefully soon you'll be able to get the hard copy, and then you can come and read, and because everybody gets different insight as they're reading it too. That's why it's such a collaboration, that we all have it, because everybody's channel, everybody picks up based on their own mission and their essence and their energy. They pick up different stuff, and then I can get that from you, and then you can get that from me, and we can get that from Missy, and we can get it. That's why everybody really has to make time to get their copy and read it. Gratitude. Good night, everyone. Hopefully tomorrow I'll see you here again. Send love and prayers to Robert, and hopefully we'll see him soon. Okay. Bye. I don't know how to click.